Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to PTSP online video lectures. In this class, I am going to explain the another type in the random variables, and with respect to that particular type of random variables, we are going to study the power distribution or probability distribution of function, and with this the first unit is going to be completed. So, in the last class we have discussed about the discrete random variables. In this class I am going to talk about the continuous random variable. So, random variable is a one which can be randomly picked up from an event. Randomly picked up from an event, that is nothing but a random variable. And here we are going to study the continuous random variable. That means what? We are going to study the value of this variable in an interval. That means what? In this given interval, at any point we can calculate the value of this random variable. That is continuous random variable. Whereas in the previous classes we have studied the discrete random variables which had the fixed value for the random variable, fixed value for the random variable. I am going to define the random variable, that is a continuous random variable. A random variable generally, that may be continuous random variable or discrete random variable, it can be represented with capital X, we know that. The random variable that may be continuous random variable or the discrete random variable, that is denoted with capital X. A random variable is X said to be continuous if it can take all the possible values in an interval. That means what? We are having X is a random variable. If it's said to be continuous random variable, it requires to have all the possible values in a given interval. For example, interval is from 0 to 3, assume that. From 0 to 3, the random variable X is having all the possible values. All the possible values are at every instant of a point in this given interval, that is 0 to 3. If that X is having a specific value, then that is named as continuous random variable. For example, age of a particular man is a continuous. That means what? Day by day, at any instant of time we can determine its age. With respect to the seconds and minutes, that is going to different. That is going to be age of any person is continuous. It is going to be continuous a given interval time. That means what? If I wanted to represent age of a man from 20 years to 30 years, 20 years to 30 years, and if you go with day by day, then every day it is a change in the age. And we can go with the example for this continuous random variable, that is nothing but height also. Height, every day by day it is going to change in the height. Otherwise you can go with the temperature, it is a continuous temperature. For example, if you are going to have the quantity of the temperature, then every second there is a fraction of difference is there in the units of temperature, the values of temperature. That means what? Here we are assuming a random variable, that is X. It is going to have all the possible values in the given interval, so that within that given interval we are going to determine the probability distribution function. You should remember this point. Probability distribution function in the earlier case, that is a discrete random variables, by having the value of X, by having the values of X, we have calculated P of X, that is probability distribution function. But now in this continuous random variable, we are going to have the limit. That means what? One interval is going to be given such that from starting point of the interval to the ending point of the interval at any instant of point that x requires to have the value, then that is called continuous random variable. Continuous means it must be continuous in its nature at any instant of time, at any instant of point which is given in the interval. I am defining the same continuous random variable. If x is a random variable which is said to be continuous, it requires to have all the possible values in the given interval. All the possible values in the given interval, that is called the continuous random variable. Whatever we have discussed in the previous class, that is discrete random variable. That means what? At a specific time, at specific values of x only, at specific instants only, that random variable is going to have the value that is a finite value, and we can call it is a discrete random variable. A continuous random variable is a random variable that can be measured to any desired degree of accuracy. That means what? In order to calculate the accuracy, then at any instant time, at any instant of point in between the intervals, so that we can have a value for x, so that accuracy can be easily determined by making use of the continuous. Whereas in case of discrete one, some instant of x value, some instant of values only, x is having some particular fixed value, so that we cannot determine properly accuracy of a random variable when it is represented with the discrete. But here accuracy of the continuous random variable is we can calculate at any degree. So that example we have discussed. Then we are going to have the, by holding the continuous random variable, we are going to study the distribution, probability distribution function, or probability density function, we can call it is probability density function, PDF. Probability distribution function or the probability density function, both are same only. In this case, we are not going to ask for the proof of this one. We require to know that what exactly the probability distribution function. Probability distribution function is denoted with f of x. F is nothing but what? F is nothing but it is a function, it is a distribution function or a density function, probability density function with respect to x. X is nothing but it is a continuous random variable. Sometimes it is represented as fx of x1. And we know that the continuous random variable is having all the possible values in the interval, so that we are having the interval that is from a to b. A to b, that means what? Within this interval, that random variable should have all the possible values from a to b, so that a less than or is equals to x, x less than or is equals to b. That means here this is nothing but it is continuous random variable. It is x is a continuous random variable, so that it is having all the possible values in between a and b, and by having that particular random variable whose values are continuous from a to b, and such that we are calculating the probability distribution function, that is probability density function, probability of that particular random variable in the given interval. Probability of that continuous random variable in the given interval, that is a and b, so that can be calculated by making use of a standard formula, that is integral a to b f of x is nothing but what? It is a probability density function into dx must be equals to 1. Must be equals to 1. That means what? We are calculating the probability from all the values from a to b, so that probability sum of all those probabilities from a to b must be equals to 1. We have discussed the axioms of the probability. Probability must be always less than or equals to 1 only. Probability of anything it must be less than or is equals to 1 only, and we are summing the probability of continuous random variable at every point in the interval from a to b such that the probability of total will be equals to 1. This is the required condition. And with the graph, by taking one example, you can explain what exactly the probability density function is. Here assume that this is nothing but it is the random variable, it is a continuous random variable. See that, so that x value is having different values for every instant of interval, and so that here whatever we are having, the x-axis is a continuous random variable, y of is nothing but you can call it is f of x, that is probability density function or distribution function. Assume that this due to x, as the x value is varying, like this, then the probability distribution function is also varying. Then what exactly this line is indicating? This is x value is going to increases, and here the probability is that probability density function is also going to vary in accordance with the continuous random variable, that is x. And this is the nothing but, then whatever the shaded area is, that is nothing but it is the combination, it is the f of x, and which is nothing but it is f of x, which is varying with respect to the change in the that is continuous random variable. So here this is about the representation of probability density function by having the limits a and b. Now we are going to study the very, very important statements or conditions in the continuous random variable. For example, if you wanted to calculate the probability of a continuous random variable, then the probability density function of that particular random variable should not equals to 0. It must be greater than 0. This is f of x is what? F of x is nothing but it is a probability density function of a continuous random variable, and that must be greater than or is equals to 0. If it is equals to 0, the probability of continuous random variable is equals to 0. So that no need to calculate the probability, so that probability density function of a continuous random variable must be equals to, it must be greater than or is equals to 0, so that you can go with that one. And the limits for this continuous ranges that is minus infinity to plus infinity. And we know this condition is that it is a condition for the probability density function. If you go with all the probabilities of continuous random variable, probability of all the continuous random variables from a to b, if you sum them, then that will be is equals to 1. This is the point. That means what you should remember, one important thing is that the probability of any event must be less than or is equals to 1 only. It should not be greater than 1, and it should not be in the negative. We have discussed the axioms of the probability. Now if you add all the probability of an continuous random variable, if you sum them, then that must be is equals to 1 only. This is we have discussed in another form in the probability theory, and now we are going with the probability density function, that is PDF, probability density function. Then probability of E is nothing but this is an event, probability of event is equals to integral e to infinity of f of x into dx. This is sometimes you are going to ask in the exam, calculate the probability of event of an random variables from the ranges from a to b or minus infinity to plus infinite. And while we are going to solve these problems, you are come to understand all the things very, very clearly. Then I am going to solve one particular problem. Then whatever we are solving the problems in the videos, that are the problems which has asked in the OU external examination, so that you should be very, very careful while I am going to solve this problem. First problem, I am going to solve the first problem. Very, very simple problems we are going to solve. First problem is that if a random variable has the probability density function, then I am going with the first problem. Very, very important one. If a random variable x, we know that random variable is capital X, random variable has the probability density function. Probability density function is nothing but f of x is equals to, if a continuous random variable has a probability density function f of x is equals to 2 into e to the power of minus 2x, 2 into e to the power of minus 2x for x greater than 0, first case, x greater than 0. For x less than or is equals to 0, it is 0. For x less than or is equals to 0, it is 0. This is the condition. X is a continuous random variable, so that it has the power density function, that is f of x is equals to 2 into e to the power of minus 2x for x is greater than 0. For x less than or is equals to 0, the same f of x is equals to 0. Then find the probabilities that will take on a values. Then we have to find the probability. Find the probability of x. Find the probability of x. From it takes the interval from, find the probabilities that will take on a value between 1 and 3. Between 1 and 3, first question. And second question, we need to find the probability of a continuous random variable between next value, between next interval, that is more than the p of x more than 0.5. This is the case. Then in simple manner you can easily solve this one. Then I am going with the first probability of probability of x. First case I am going with this one. Probability of x, whose value is what? Whose value must be in between 3 only, so that 1 less than or is equals to x less than or is equals to 3. Second case is that we need to calculate probability of x, which has to be more than 0.5, so that 0.5 less than or is equals to x less than or more than means, that means infinite. So that we got the limits, so that we know the standard formula, that is what? Here you can have is equals to integral 1 to 3 for x is greater than 0. Now here we got the x is greater than 0 only, so that what we got, it is 2 into e to the power of minus 2x dx. Then if you substitute this one, then you can write this is about you can write, if you make use the integration, and if you go with the integration, you can get this is minus 2, you can get minus 2 into 2 e to the power of minus 2x by e to the power of minus 2x by 2, and this is 2, so that you can get this is minus 2 will be here, so that here you can get this one 2 get cancelled. Here you can get the answer is, then you can apply the limits are for 1 comma 3, so that you can got minus e to the power of minus 2x by 2x by 1 comma 3, so that by substituting the 3 value and 1 value, so that you can get e to the power of minus 6 plus e to the power of minus 2, such that you can get the answer is about 0.133. Then again you can substitute the values are what? Then for this case you have to substitute the values. Integral, this is from 0.5 to integral of 0 to integral of f of dx from 0.5 to infinite. This f of x is what? 2 into e to the power of minus 2x dx. If you substitute the various values in the exponential of e, so that you can get it is 0.368. Likewise you can easily calculate the probability of a continuous random variable, that is x. Probability of a continuous random variable is, that is x. You can easily calculate the probability of continuous random variable. We are going to solve the one more problem in this one. that is continuous random variable. So here we are going to solve the one more problem based on the continuous random variable. Here the statement is given that probability density function f of x is equals to k into x cube, and in the intervals and 1 2 3, in intervals 1 2 3, and otherwise it is 0. In between 1 and 3 only the probability density function is defined as f of x is equals to k into x cube, and remaining all the intervals and remaining all the values of x, that will be 0. Then find the value of k and find the probability between 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. So that we know that probability of a continuous random variable, that is probability of a less than or is equals to x less than or is equals to b is equals to, we know that the integral a to b of f of x into dx. So substitute this one, I can write this one as integral minus infinity to plus infinite f of x into dx. So that by applying these values I can write integral minus infinity to 1, I can write minus infinity to 1 f of x dx plus 1 to 2, that is f of x dx, plus I can write this is what? I can write this is integral 2 to 3 f of x dx plus integral 3 to, I can write 3 to plus infinite, that is f of x dx. I can write this one, but we don't require here this one to this one, we don't require, so that you can have that is 1 to 3 only. We require to calculate the probability density function, that is here it has given f of x is equals to k into x cube in 1 less than or is equals to x less than or is equals to 3, so that I can directly write this one as probability of a is what here 1 less than or is equals to x less than or is equals to 3 is equals to integral 1 to 3, we are going with integral 1 to 3, and f of x is represented as k into x cube, which must be equals to 1. We have to get this is equals to 1. By equating this to 1, I can write this one as what? I can write this one as k is a constant, so that I can take out this one, and x cube integration of x cube is nothing but this is x power of 4 by 4. What are the limits? Then we have 1 comma 3, so that you can write is equals to 1, so that k into this is what? x4, that means what? X you have to substitute 3, so that 3 into 3, that means what? 3 power 4 by 3 power 4 by 4 minus this one is 1 power 4, that is 1 by 4. Substitute is equals to 1, and if you simplify this one, you will get this is k by 4 into 80 is equals to 20k, and so that you can get the k is equals to 1 by 20. If you simplify this one, you can get k is equals to 1 by 20. Here in this question we need to solve the two sub questions. One is we need to find the value of k, and again we need to calculate the probability between 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. What the k value we got? We got the k value is about 1 by 20, and we require to go with the another problem, that is probability in between the given time interval, that is 1 by 2 to 3 by 2. So that what is the standard formula? Probability of a less than or is equals to x less than or is equals to b is equals to integral a to b f of x dx. Here a is equals to what? We have to assume this is 1 by 2, b is equals to 3 by 2, so that I can write this is 1 by 2 and this is 3 by 2, and here f of x is equals to what? It is k into x cube, and we require to calculate the what is the answer for this probability of continuous random variable when it is defined between 1 by 2 and 3 by 2, and we know the k value, that is 1 by 20, we know the k value, that is 1 by 20, and you can substitute that values and such that you can get the answer. You can go with this one as integral of integral from 1 by 2 to 3 by 2 of k is what? This is 1 by 20, so that I can write this is x cube by 20 into dx. With respect to the x, we have to make the integration, so that I can take 1 by 20 is outside, 1 by 20, and x cube integration is nothing but x power of 4 by 4. What are the limits we have? This is 3 by 2 to 1 by 2. So that you can substitute this 3 by 2 and 1 by 2 such that you can get the probability of a continuous random variable which is having the limits from 1 by 2 to 3 by 2. You can get the answer is about 1 by 60. Likewise, you can easily calculate the probability of a continuous random variable. We are going to solve the one more problem, that is based on the continuous random variable, and with that problem this session is going to be closed, and in the next class we are going to start the second unit of the probability theory and random variable. So this is the another problem we need to solve in the continuous random variable, that is a probability density function f of x is given as k into 3x square minus 1, and in the given interval, that is minus 1 to 2, so that we have to have the integration limits from minus 1 to 2, and within that one the probability density function is k is equals to 3x square minus 1, and remaining all the intervals that will be 0, and in such cases what is the value of k, and what is the probability of a continuous random variable if the limits changes from minus 1 to 0. This is the question, same question only a probability density function got changed, so that we are going with the standard formula. That is probability of x. X is a continuous random variable which is defined between a and b, so that it is equals to integral a to b f of x dx is equals to 1. You know the standard equation. By taking this one, you can write this one. Integral a is how much here? Minus 1. B is what? It is 2. And f of x is what? It is k into 3x square minus 1 into dx, which must be equals to 0. So that k, you can take the k is common, and so that we can make with the integration, that is integral minus 1 to 2, and that is 3x square minus 1 dx is equals to 1, and you can have this is 3x square integration of 3x square is nothing but it is 3 into x cube by 3, 3 get cancelled, and it is nothing but 1 is nothing but you can get, that is x. So that by substituting the values, that is here you can have this is, by simplifying this one, k into, you can have this is x cube minus x, and such that your limits are minus 1 to 2. If you substitute this one, you will is equals to, we have to equate to this one, and such that you can get the k is equals to one particular value, that is 1 by 6. So that by having the k is 1 by 6, then we have to find out the second question, that is probability of x, and which is a continuous random variable which is minus 1 less than or is equals to x less than or is equals to z. That means what? The probability, we should calculate the probability of a continuous random variable in between the minus 1 and 0, so that integral minus 1 to 0 f of x dx we have to calculate. Then f of x is that is k into 3x square. We know the k value, that is 1 by 6, such that you can substitute that values such that you can easily get the answer for the probability in between minus 1 to 0 when x is a continuous random variable. Thank you, students.